For those over 60, there exists a private habit that could be quietly undermining your health, yet it remains largely unspoken. Masturbation, an act often regarded by many men as safe and natural, may take on a different light as one grows older, not due to the act itself, but rather how your aging body reacts to it. What once served you well in your 30s or 40s may now be quietly undermining your prostate health, diminishing your erections, and sapping your energy in ways that might go unnoticed. My name is Dr. Michael Harrison, and I am a urologist and specialist in men's health, bringing over 3 decades of experience in caring for aging male patients. For many years, I have dedicated myself to assisting men in safeguarding their vitality, overcoming sexual dysfunction, and maintaining the quality of their lives well into their retirement years. I have witnessed the repercussions that arise when these concealed habits remain unexamined. Many men tend to believe that if something brings pleasure, it is inherently safe. Yet, the reality is this: the act of masturbation itself does not pose a risk. The manner in which you are approaching it is noteworthy. Specific methods, vibrations, and stimuli may result in enduring damage that remains undetected until the moment has passed. In this video, I will uncover the 4 most perilous errors in masturbation that men over 60 often commit, along with strategies to steer clear of them. And the 4th mistake is the one that even your doctor may not have cautioned you about. Before we embark on this journey, if you are truly committed to safeguarding your health and maintaining your strength beyond the age of 60, be sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell, ensuring you never overlook essential guidance tailored just for men in your position. If this message strikes a chord with you, please type 1 in the comments. If that's not the case, please enter 0. And share how I can assist you further on your path to improved health. We shall begin with the initial and most prevalent error, a mistake often made by older men, often without their awareness, compelling an erection or hastening towards climax, even when the body unmistakably conveys its need for an alternative method. Error number 1: disregarding the quality of the erection and compelling the release. I have witnessed this countless times. A man of advanced years sits opposite me, his expression a tapestry of frustration, confusion, and a hint of shame. He informs me, "Doctor, that it once functioned perfectly. It is time for me to exert greater effort." I compel it merely to experience a sensation. Unbeknownst to him, he's articulating the initial quiet error that could jeopardize his sexual health in potentially irreversible ways. As you enter your 60s, your body undergoes changes that are both subtle and significant. The ebb of blood flow, the subtle shifts in nerve sensitivity, and the intricate dance of hormonal fluctuations render the entire sexual response process slower and more nuanced. Yet, numerous men struggle to adapt. They attempt to engage in self-pleasure as they did in their 30s or 40s, a firm hold, swift movement, and an urgent quest for climax. And when the sensations shift, they intensify their efforts, both in body and spirit. In reality, this has the potential to cause significant harm. Inducing climax before your body is prepared can lead to microtears in the penile tissue, irritation of the urethra, and strain on the muscles surrounding the pelvic floor. Moreover, it exerts undue strain on the prostate, which grows increasingly delicate as one ages. I've encountered patients who experience persistent groin discomfort, diminished sensitivity, or ongoing inflammation, often without realizing the link to their masturbation habits. It lacks urgency and intensity. The harm unfolds gradually, silently, and builds up with the passage of time. Yet, the peril of this error lies in its very invisibility. You do not bleed, you remain unscathed. Gradually, you begin to sense a diminishing of emotions, reduced excitement, reduced sensation, a diminished sense of assurance. Thus, you exert yourself relentlessly, time and time again, until your body reaches its limits. It is at this juncture that more profound issues arise, such as erectile dysfunction, prostate enlargement, or even urinary complications that disrupt both your rest and autonomy. If any of this resonates with you, understand this: you bear no blame, and you stand in the company of many. Many men have not been educated on the importance of approaching sexual activity after the age of 60, with mindfulness, attentiveness, and a deep respect for the body's evolving rhythm. You're not making a mistake. All it takes is a different approach. Rather than compelling your body to react, take the time to attune yourself to its signals. Embrace a pace that is deliberate and thoughtful in your actions. Concentrate on the experience rather than merely the outcome. Allow the sensations to unfold organically, free from any sense of urgency. Above all, regard your body not merely as a mechanism to be repaired, but as an integral aspect of your being to comprehend. For it is in the moment you cease your relentless striving and turn your gaze inward that transformation unfolds before you. This leads us to the subsequent error, one that impacts not only your physical being, but also reshapes your mind in manners that can undermine genuine connection and enduring satisfaction. I can still picture the expression on the patient's face when I inquired about his habits. At the age of 67, he was a man of considerable education, grappling with the perplexing disappearance of his yearning for genuine intimacy. He confided in me, doctor, that he no longer experiences any emotions unless he is engaged with something online, and even then, it pales in comparison to how it once was. That hushed confession, articulated with a blend of bewilderment and embarrassment, is a sentiment I've encountered from numerous older men. It frequently highlights one of the most neglected yet harmful practices after the age of 60, relying on pornography as the exclusive means of sexual arousal. At this point in life, your mind no longer interprets stimulation as it once did. The rapid-fire, intense nature of modern content inundates the brain's reward centers, saturating them with dopamine in a manner that genuine intimacy in the real world struggles to replicate. With the passage of time, your nervous system undergoes a process of adaptation. It grows numb. What once ignited joy now seems lackluster. What once stirred your enthusiasm now elicits little more than indifference. As you pursue increasingly intense experiences, engaging in prolonged sessions, and more frequent indulgence, your brain's innate capacity to savor touch, connection, and arousal gradually diminishes. This is not a matter of ethics. The subject at hand revolves around the intricate world of biology. The excessive consumption of pornography in later years quietly undermines your sexual vitality. It alters your reward system, complicating your ability to engage with your partner, diminishing the pleasure derived from physical touch, and obscuring the profound sense of closeness that genuine intimacy offers. One might begin to sense a growing isolation, an emotional disconnection that can lead to feelings of depression, all while struggling to comprehend the underlying reasons. The profound damage extends beyond the physical, reaching into the emotional realm as well. I've encountered men brought to tears, expressing that they no longer recognize who they are. They long for the times when longing flowed effortlessly, when they could savor a moment of intimacy without the barrier of a screen. It is truly heartbreaking that so many remained unaware that this private habit could lead to such profound public repercussions in their relationships, self-esteem, and overall health. Yet, the opportunity for transformation still lingers on the horizon. Your mind possesses remarkable flexibility, even beyond the age of 60. Through the passage of time and a deliberate focus, one can reshape their mind to engage with the authentic connections of the world. Begin by minimizing your screen time, tapping into your memory, indulging in fantasy, or immersing yourself in reading to revive your inner landscape. Prepare to be astonished by the vitality that floods back when you cease to dull your senses. Upon further reflection, we uncover another subtle error, one that is equally silent yet far more exhausting in its toll on the body. Indeed, it could very well be the underlying cause for why some men rise each morning feeling drained, lose their zest for life, and find themselves puzzled by the persistent decline in their vitality. Error number 3. He paused in contemplation, a flicker of uncertainty crossing his face before he finally inquired, "Is it possible I'm engaging in this too frequently?" At 71, he maintained a reasonable level of health, yet he found himself perpetually fatigued, easily agitated, and struggling to concentrate. His sleep had deteriorated, and the enthusiasm for activities he once cherished, tending to his garden, cycling, even engaging with friends, was slipping away. He initially suspected it was age, yet upon further investigation, we unearthed an entirely different truth. He engaged in the act almost daily, occasionally indulging more than once a day, believing it provided him with a sense of relaxation. In reality, it was quietly sapping his energy. Error 4. Ejaculation is a concept that lingers in the minds of many men throughout their lives. That release is consistently beneficial, always a form of liberation. While that may have held some truth in your 30s or 40s, the reality of your body after 60 unfolds under a different set of rules. Your hormonal recovery lingers, your nervous system requires more time to recalibrate, and your energy, once effortlessly restored, transforms into a cherished commodity. Regular ejaculation, particularly in moments of fatigue, boredom, or stress, does not soothe the body. Rather, it drains it, and the toll accumulates. The most perilous aspect lies in the subtlety with which this error reveals itself. Initially, it may go unnoticed after a single instance, or even after 5. However, as weeks turn into months, you may find yourself awakening with a sense of grogginess, your motivation dwindling, and your spirit sinking, attributing it all to the passage of time. In truth, your body is communicating a need to conserve energy rather than expend it. Engaging in frequent masturbation when your body is already under stress may result in decreased testosterone levels, interrupted sleep patterns, and potential strain on the prostate, which can lead to increased urinary urgency and disturbances during the night. I'm not suggesting that you should cease entirely. Indeed, a certain degree of sexual expression is beneficial at every stage of life. Yet it should harmonize with the present cadence of your body. What once allowed for a swift recovery in mere hours may now require several days. Listening is paramount. It is not about exerting pressure. For certain individuals, reducing frequency to once or twice a week results in a remarkable increase in energy, clarity, and emotional equilibrium. Some individuals delve into methods of stimulation that do not invariably culminate in ejaculation, fostering a sense of connection without the accompanying sense of depletion. When you cease to regard your body merely as a machine and begin to see it as a wise, responsive companion, everything transforms. Strength is restored not through relentless effort, but by embracing a mindful approach that values quality over quantity. However, if this error depletes your physical strength, the subsequent one aims at something even more delicate, your prostate. What many individuals fail to understand is that the manner in which they care for this small gland during and after self-pleasure can significantly influence their comfort, bladder control, and long-term health in ways they might never have anticipated. Error 4. Neglecting prostate health during self-pleasure. I will always remember the patient who approached me with a quiet concern. Nothing acute or jarring, merely a persistent sensation of pressure following climax and an impression of never being entirely satisfied. At 68, he was vibrant and relatively fit, yet there lingered an inexplicable discomfort within him. Initially, he failed to link it to his solitary routines. "I've always approached it this way," he remarked. And therein lay the peril of this very mistake. The stillness enveloped him, a haunting familiarity that gradually eroded one of the most sensitive areas of his being, his prostate. As one reaches the age of 60, the prostate tends to become increasingly susceptible. Though diminutive in size, this gland wields significant influence over male health. Engaging in masturbation, particularly when seated in a slouched posture or exerting pressure on the perineum, may lead to unnoticed inflammation or irritation of the prostate. Combine this with the tendency to neglect post-ejaculation urination, a detail often overlooked by many men, and you create an ideal scenario for persistent inflammation, discomfort, or even the onset of chronic prostatitis. The peril lies not merely in the sporadic discomfort, but in the accumulation that follows. As time passes, this subtle tension may disrupt bladder control, leading to feelings of urgency, a diminished flow, or an increase in nighttime bathroom visits. One might experience a burning sensation while urinating, a weightiness in the pelvic region, or an enduring sense of tension that lingers persistently. And yet, the majority of men often overlook the connection between these symptoms and their own self-touching habits. They attribute it to age, dietary choices, or simply accept it as an inevitable aspect of aging. However, It is not. Your power is greater than you realize. Minor adjustments, such as urinating post-climax to cleanse the urethra, altering your position to alleviate pressure, and being conscious of the frequency and intensity of your stimulation, can yield significant results. Safeguarding your prostate transcends mere disease prevention. It encompasses the vital aspects of comfort, confidence, and control that shape your everyday existence. I have witnessed men in their 70s find tranquility in their bodies simply by embracing a more mindful approach to their prostate health. It demands neither medication nor drastic transformation, merely an awareness and a readiness to adjust. Now that you grasp how these 4 unspoken habits can gradually undermine your health, it's time to consolidate everything. Understanding the missteps is merely the beginning. The true challenge lies in discovering how to restore strength, sensitivity, and satisfaction after the age of 60. There is where true transformation takes root. Let us delve into the possibilities that await you beginning this very day. In conclusion, having reached this point, I feel compelled to share something with you directly. From one individual to another, you are not shattered. You are not lagging behind. You are not solitary in this journey. The transformations you might be observing within your body, the gradual responses, the diminished vitality, the subtle unease, do not signify frailty. They are signals. Your body is communicating with you. For far too long, we have been conditioned to overlook those signals, to persist in our habitual ways without question. However, beyond the age of 60, those familiar routines may quietly begin to undermine your well-being. You have now encountered the 4 most prevalent errors that older men often commit regarding self-pleasure. The initial approach, compelling release without a robust erection, might appear to be a benign workaround. However, in reality, it constitutes a continuous affront to tissue that requires tenderness and consideration. The second, depending solely on pornography for arousal, subtly reshapes your brain, numbs genuine intimacy, and robs you of your profound ability to connect. Engaging in excessive self-pleasure, without consideration for the boundaries of your body's energy, can deplete your vitality, resulting in sensations of weakness, mental cloudiness, or emotional dullness. Neglecting the health of your prostate during and after self-pleasure can lead to a gradual, insidious inflammation that undermines your urinary comfort and long-term vitality. These are not the kind of mistakes that capture headlines or evoke drama. They approach the door without the weight of pain or the urgency of panic. They slip in, quietly, gradually, until one morning, you find yourself questioning the whereabouts of your strength, your desire, and ultimately, your very self. I express this not out of judgment, but from a profound sense of compassion. I've engaged in dialogues with countless men who grappled with confusion, shame, or simply exhaustion from not being true to themselves. Many find themselves in tears as they finally confront the struggles they've been enduring, grappling with feelings of numbness, disconnection, or simply devoid of vitality. These are individuals who forged careers, nurtured families, and dedicated themselves to their communities. And yet no one ever revealed to them that the manner in which they nurture themselves in the privacy of their own space could profoundly influence their experience in the world. Allow me to emphasize that your sexual health remains a significant concern. Your vitality, your solace, your capacity to experience joy and intimacy, it remains significant. Yet, it demands a fresh level of focus. Not the aggressive, forceful type who seeks to solve problems through sheer strength. The attentive sort, the soft-hearted, inquisitive, and considerate sort. It might be necessary to rediscover the art of self-touch, focusing on methods that invigorate rather than drain your spirit. Consider the possibility of embracing a slower rhythm, permitting desire to unfold gradually, and allowing your body to dictate the tempo. Consider the value of reducing your intake, not from a place of shame, but as a thoughtful offering to your nervous system. One may find that true enjoyment often arises not from the peak of ecstasy, but from being fully present, exercising patience, and reestablishing a connection with oneself. This encompasses much more than merely steering clear of errors. It's a journey of embracing a new chapter, one that is shaped not by the shadows of decline, but illuminated by the light of wisdom. For years, you have navigated the relentless tides of expectation, striving for excellence and forging ahead. Your body is presenting you with a new experience, an invitation to explore more profoundly, rather than with greater effort, to gain a deeper understanding of oneself, to reshape the concept of masculinity, embracing strength that coexists with sensitivity, rather than viewing it as devoid of softness. What a remarkable truth it is. Transformation can occur at any stage of life. Men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s have emerged anew, experiencing a heightened sense of awareness, vitality, and a deeper connection to their bodies than they ever did in their younger years. It requires merely an openness to observe, to adjust, and to cease engaging in actions that no longer benefit you. If you find yourself identifying with any of these four missteps, pause for a moment, not to cast judgment upon yourself, but to express gratitude to your body for its voice. And then, with a blend of softness and resolve, embrace the path of change. There's no need to completely transform your entire routine in a single night. Begin with a single, modest adjustment. Perhaps it involves granting yourself additional time, adopting an alternative stance, stepping away from the screen, or merely inquiring, what does my body require today? Instead of asking, how quickly can I complete this? This transcends mere physical intimacy. Your quality of life is at the heart of the matter. It's a journey of rediscovering the fragments of your essence that might have seemed forgotten or subdued. It involves cultivating a fresh connection with your body, grounded in insight, compassion, and dignity. As we bring this dialogue to a close, I hope you leave with something deeper than mere facts. I hope you leave with a transformed perspective. You remain a being of desire. There remains within you the capacity for joy. One is still permitted to venture forth, relish the journey, and grow. Yet now, you approach it with purpose, with lucidity, wielding a strength that arises not from aggression but from insight. The four mistakes we've explored need not be the measure of your identity. These can serve as pivotal moments, instances of realization that unlock pathways to improved health, enhanced connections, and a more profound understanding of oneself. Do not postpone transformation until a crisis compels you to act. Begin today, taking deliberate, measured steps. Your future self will express gratitude for this decision. If this message struck a chord with you, I sincerely hope you'll choose to stay a while. In the forthcoming guide, we will delve into targeted strategies designed to enhance your erections, support your prostate health, and rejuvenate your energy levels after the age of 60, all without the need for pills, gimmicks, or any sense of shame. This is an opportunity you simply cannot overlook. If this message resonated with you or offered a fresh perspective, feel free to share it with others. Enjoy this video, share it with a friend who could benefit, and assist more men reclaiming their health after 60. Each share has the potential to ignite a transformation in another's life.